Kotian Khan. Hello, my friend. You actually were, in fact, the first one. Infamous Ducks. Hell yeah. What's going on, boys? Jack and Box Docs. Oh, and the Cardinal himself. Hell yeah. Who's the dopest narrative streamer around? Why, it's the Lord Commander, of course. I know that's right, buddy. Much confused. Whoop whoop. Heck yeah, man. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time. I'm not even gonna hesitate. We're gonna just jump straight into this. Hello, my friends. Greetings, knights of YouTube and of Twitch. Welcome to another live stream, lads. So we are doing basically just like a year in review kind of thing. Y'all know that I don't do these things in videos. I like to do them in live streams instead. I think it just makes for a better experience, just to be able to like chat and get y'all's reactions to some of the growth that we've seen in the channel and everything like that. So that being said, let us not hesitate any further, lads. What we're gonna do here is actually bada bing. Cool. I'm gonna take my face off now. That's fine. Excellent. Also, live stream is powered by DUBBY Energy. Again, our current partner. Use code TLC Night. You'll see it in the this little photo above, right up here. Use code TLC Night for 10% off store wide. Currently, I am drinking the solo leveling limited edition flavor called Igris Strike. It is a blue tropical punch. For those of you who don't know, I love fruity, punchy, and tropical flavors. Anything like pineapple or coconut, I love it. Absolutely love it. And the the queen hates pineapple and coconut, which is pretty funny. Oh, and before I forget, hello, my queen. Good day. That's awesome. But anyway, lads, yeah. So we have you know, DUBBY as our energy sponsor once again. Very happy with the product that they have. I use it every day. I use it for work. My 10-hour shifts as a manager. It helped me get through my my Christmas Eve shift because I did have to work on Christmas Eve. It was kind of annoying to have to deal with that, but you know, I did shave. Yes, I'm doing something new. 2026 is going to be filled with a lot of new stuff, including you know, clean shaven Lord Commander, at least down to the stubble, I think. So I was just trying something new. I love this. All right, so whenever y'all have a moment, once this live stream ends, go and watch this video. I've been obsessed with this guy lately. He does a lot of really good work for Game of Thrones. I watched his Jon Snow as the Conqueror, can Rhaegar Targaryen save Westeros, and now he put out Aegot, but the Blackfires actually won. So that looks pretty cool. Everybody go and follow Kingsta, go and subscribe to his channel. Lots of great content coming from there. So I've been really enjoying his content style for a while. But anyway, y'all know the typical stuff that we like to do for our channel in review, and that is just going through and looking at some of the stuff that we've done, some of the stuff that we have accomplished. Brake fluid, bro, you ain't strong. What do you mean? Gotta go to my haircut. All right, for sure. Actually, that's next on my list too. I'm off for the next couple of days. I kind of need a haircut. I'm looking a little rough. But that's all right. Y'all don't know, but I'm wearing the DUBBY sigil out here representing. So y'all could also get merchandise from the DUBBY store, 10% off. I don't know, whatever, no big deal. Goodbye, my lord. Goodbye, infamous ducks. The slaughter of Sapphire Isle. Get the reference? I love that. I have coffee. Hell yeah. Yo, first time. What's going on, man? Imrain Bada Smith. I don't know what that means. Was Christmas enjoyable, my lord? Yes, of course it was. It was very good. Actually, I got a brand new monitor from the queen, from the queen's mother. So the queen mother regent, she got me a new monitor, and I'm absolutely in love. It's huge, and it's one of the curved screen ones. So I'm looking at it right now, and it's phenomenal. I took some photos for it, and I'll post it in the Discord so you guys can see at some point. But yeah, it's a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year for everybody. But that being said, let us jump into our year in review. I don't know if YouTube's going to put one out for our creator profile, if I'm being honest, so I like to do stuff myself. New achievement, we hit 25,000 subscribers this year. And we're actually sitting at 31.2 thousand subscribers, which is amazing. Currently in the last 28 days got 85,000 views, which is amazing. Watch time hours in 11,000. That's pretty impressive. Our top videos being just in the last 48 hours view wise, Legacy of the Bastard Bull, the movie, which you guys really seem to enjoy. The Men of Valor episode 1 of the War Sales campaign, and actually our ultimate CK3 AGOT mod build guide. So that's pretty interesting. Because this one actually came out a while ago, and it's mad outdated, man. Like, so that tells me that this is one of those evergreen style contents that essentially is never going to be outdated, or that'll always be relevant. So I can make another one of these almost like every month to be like, hey, here's what changed. Here's okay, I guess something went wrong. Here's what changed, and here's what we can what you can do to fix it. Nice. 161 bucks off this video. That's not bad. It's been out since, when did it post? Monday, July 15th. So around the halfway mark for the year, which is not bad. Yeah. YouTube search traffic gave us 65%. So people search for this topic a lot, which makes sense, you know. With all the constant updates, people need to be able to see a lot of how to put it together, basically. Reach. Engagement is where I've been really trying to pull my focus, right? So I've got 5.1k watch time hours, but the average view duration is only 5.5 minutes, which is less than typical. So that's something that I've definitely been looking into as well, was how much view traffic I got. So you can see down here this little graph. If 100% of people that clicked on this video by the 19-second mark, nearly 60% of those viewers immediately clicked off by 19 seconds in, which is unfortunate. That's something I've been looking into, but I also realize it's really formulaic, and you have to almost be clickbaity and, you know, have like the really annoying like TikTok style hooks at the beginning of every video, and I don't want that. Like, I genuinely did not want to feel like I'm changing the style of content to fit what's gonna min-max. You know me, when I'm playing video games, I don't min-max for shit. Like, I can't do it. It's so boring. Like, y'all could watch any number of other content creators min-max their builds and min-max their playstyles in order to make shit happen, and I'm just like, I'm just want to play the game the way I want to play the game. And that's kind of how I run this channel too, you know, is I kind of just do whatever the hell I want and hope for the best. But anyway, is the bear okay with those big balls you got swinging? I don't even want to know what is happening. Bro, the narration and the raw play is fun to watch. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did experiment a little bit with this video. It may have seemed like just another AGOT playthrough video, but I was trying to make it less episodic and more so like you're watching, you know, episodes of like Star Wars. You know, like it's a movie, it's Star Wars episode 1, but it's the full-length movie. It's a full character arc. It was the story of finding Anakin Skywalker and the actual war, the start of the Galactic War, and the you know, Qui-Gon Jinn and everything like that. The clash, the colliding of destinies, basically. That was one story arc. And then you get into episode 2, but it's technically the second movie of the trilogy of the saga, and it was, you know, Anakin Skywalker now as a Padawan fighting in the Clone Wars, the you know, the big conspiracy and everything like that. And so that's what I was kind of going for here. I did want to start as a landless adventurer because a lot of us like it, but a lot of us also don't like how long I spend being a landless adventurer. So I was like, to try and break away from the downfall of like the audience retention. I don't even have those metrics up yet because it's only been 24 hours since we've uploaded it. Was to try and make it more like a movie, something that you can get into and then it just kind of takes off a little bit at a faster pace, you know. So that's why I had like the chapters and put it in here, and like the good, really cool quality like cinematic intro. And it was a ton of fun putting the effort in for stuff like that, and you guys seem to enjoy it. Browse features, made up 77, almost 78% of our views, which is pretty cool. So people who were just like browsing on YouTube found the video and was like, I like that one. That looks good. So that tells me that the thumbnail style also helped out a lot as well. So I experimented a bit with the thumbnail. I will say, y'all know my stance when it comes to utilizing AI. I did not generate this from AI. I pieced this whole thing together, and then I said, hey, I gave it to Grok, and I said, enhance this and make it look like a dramatic movie poster like Star Wars. And that's what I was kind of trying to summon in with some of that Star Wars-esque feel to it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know my stance. I hate generative AI. I hate when AI takes the job of something or somebody else that can be done by yourself. But I utilize it as a tool to enhance, not to create. I'm the creator. AI just enhances it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's still some moral ambiguity about that. I felt kind of weird about it, but I can't lie. I think the thumbnail came out looking really, really good. And honestly, like, it didn't alter anything except for color and kind of make it look smoother. Like, that was it. The background in the original photo looked more purple or bluish in hue, but otherwise all the position stayed the same. All the characters looked the exact same. But I wanted to put that out there as well because y'all know my stance on AI and AI art. And I didn't want to seem hypocritical, you know, in my stance, like, oh, he's against generative AI art, but this has clearly been touched by AI for his thumbnail and this and that. And I was like, you know, I just wanted to put that out there because that, you know, transparency is important to me as well, you know. So if y'all have things to say about it, absolutely let me know, but I don't think there was anything wrong with that. Using it as a tool to enhance rather than a tool to create. So that's just me though. Either way, I think we're looking pretty good. I did really enjoy this video as well, and I have more coming for the legacy of the Bastard Bull as well. Something that I wanted to speak to you guys on about this particular build is that with what's it called? With this 2026 year coming up, I have decided to make a few changes to our channel. Nothing too crazy. I do want to preface this by saying I'm not changing the name of our channel. We will 100% forever be the Lord Commander. You know, I love getting comments saying, like, where y'all basically address me by that title. I think it's really, really cool. A lot of my team members at work, at my day job, have found my YouTube channel or have found my TikTok videos, and they've started coming up to me at work and just inexplicably like calling me the Lord Commander out of nowhere. When I get like upset, one of my line cooks in the back, he'll be like, hey man, you don't want to mess with him, that's the Lord Commander right there. And I'm like, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, like, please. It's really funny, it is really endearing, and I love these guys, but man, it's just really funny. Anyway, not changing the name of the channel. We will forever be the Lord Commander. However, those of you who do know me from way back when know that I've struggled a lot with like personal identity, especially when it comes to making my outward appearance on this channel. That identity and almost like branding, channel branding, is something that's been really important to me, and a constant battle, because, you know, I'm not the same person I was when I started 2025, you know, and now we're going into 2026, and I'm both nervous about the changes that are coming, but also excited about what new paths we may end up taking in the future of the year. You know what I'm saying? So, am I a chef? No, I'm a restaurant manager. I was a line cook for 14 years of my life, just about. But I moved up in my current restaurant. Now I'm like middle management, low middle management, you know, assistant manager, but I take over the hospitality role of my management job, and it's technically like assistant manager, but I am like taking on the role of hospitality. And it's really cool. I enjoy it a lot, and being down here in the South, that Southern hospitality, it's really cool to be able to showcase that a lot. But yeah, so that's my day job basically. Anyway, so what my plan was, again, going back to like that sense of personal identity, was that I struggled a lot this year personally, and I think you guys have noticed it a lot as well. I know we talked about it a lot as well. But essentially, like, being lost in the ambiguity of being the Lord Commander and not really having an identity tied to that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord Commander is a title, but that person could be anybody. And while that was cool for a long time, because then it made me feel like, oh, I could be anybody, it also made me feel like I didn't have any kind of grounded identity. I wasn't just can be anybody, it was I am currently nobody, is how it felt. And I don't feel like a nobody. I don't want y'all to freak out about that. That's just my brain's not connecting the words I'm trying to portray here. But essentially, I have decided to take on a personal identity as the Lord Commander in 2026, and that identity is none other than Sir Andar Torrent. Y'all know I have utilized Sir Andar for a long time. Before there was Sir Baron of the Military Order, there was Sir Andar of the Amber Dawn. And so Sir Andar is the original OC name for this channel that just never got to be published, because that was the save file that got broken before I went into our Military Order playthrough that blew up the channel and got us monetized and everything. So that was pretty cool. So Andar is like a play on my middle name being Andrew, so Andar, and then Torrent because I took a lot of identity from being a Taurus. I have a little Taurus tattoo on my elbow as well. So of course, like the bull sigil and everything, that means a lot to me. That became something that I really enjoy. I think I have what I wanted to show you guys. Essentially what I was gonna do was change our, or not so much change it, but enhance our channel logo. I don't think I sent it to myself yet, so that's fine. That's something I could do for my phone real quick. So the logo is essentially changing to match the new personal identity we have. So we are the Office of the Lord Commander, but now the person stepping into that role is raising their sigil, raising their banner, their standard, and saying, I am the Lord Commander. And that is Sir Andar Torrent. So if I can find the photo I have, I can show you guys. I do apologize. I should have been more prepared than this, but that's all right. Let me just email it to myself, because apparently that's what I'm gonna do. I think it looks really good. It's a enhancement of our current logo, not so much a full alteration or change of it. So I hope you guys are excited to see. Let me find it real quick. I sent it to myself. Let's see. There you go. Nope. All right. Well, I'm embarrassed. It doesn't want to work with me here. There we go. Open file, you silly bastard. There it is. Okay. So this is the new sigil, the new logo. So it is an enhancement of our old logo. Again, this was not touched by AI. This is all perfectly drawn by me. I say perfectly. What I mean is, like, I drew all of this myself. This is our sigil. This is the Torrent sigil, but I put it on the blue background of our original sigil. And I don't know. I just thought it was really cool. And I think it's a good opportunity for us to put more personal stakes into it. You know, y'all are no longer just swearing fealty to this unnamed office of the Lord Commander. You are now becoming a knight of House Torrent. And I think taking on a noble knightly house name is also what's going to help out with that identity crisis that we were having in the channel. Because at first you were just knights of this random order that you don't really know too much about, but now you can, like, jump in and feel like, oh, I swore fealty to a banner, to a person, to not just an office, not to this moral ambiguity, this gray area. I fly this sigil, and I am a knight of House Torrent. So now identifying personally as House Torrent is also just helps put me into the role and into the life of being a Westerosi knight and everything like that. So this is us. This is me. This is the Lord Commander, Sir Andar Torrent. of House Torrent. Our new house motto: storm the field, as well. Not just in a physical sense, because obviously I don't want you going out and fighting people. That's, you know, violence is never the answer. But no matter what life and, you know, the new year will throw at you, storm the field, man. Like, take it on, man. You are the bull, and you can fight the storm and win. All right, storm the field, be the storm, charge in head first, horns out, lads, and just fucking wreck shit in 2026. All right, I believe in every single one of y'all, and I hope you guys believe in me as well. Obviously you do, otherwise you wouldn't be here, but you know, that's beyond the point. All right. Yeah, not just an oath to an ideal, but to someone. Exactly. Cool. I like it. I'm glad y'all are on the same page that I am. So I'm really excited. Expect to see a bit more from Sir Andar Torrent in the Legacy of the Bastard Bull saga throughout 2026. I am going to be doing just more movie style content through like his different character arcs. Obviously at one point we will be going back to beat absolute lion ass against the Grandisons, because I was setting something up off of stream for the next video that I wanted to put out, and immediately there was an attempt on my life. Somebody had like tried to murder me, and then I was like, what the fuck? Like, as soon as I pressed play, it was just like, an attempt on my life, somebody tried to murder you. And I was like, oh, so that's how it's gonna happen. That's cool. So I'm very excited to jump back in, and one of our character arcs in the near future will be to probably, unfortunately, eradicate House Grandison. I don't think Andar himself will be the one to do it, because he's more compassionate, more composed. He still thinks there's a better way for us to handle this situation. I do also think that will be his downfall in the future. I think the Grandisons will eventually get the upper hand on him again, and he will be either murdered or missing or whatever else happens to him. But then somebody else is going to take up the mantle, and they're going to have a bone to pick and a chip on their shoulder for the Grandison feud. And maybe they end up leading the crusade against the Black Lions and eradicate that house. So not the stream bot on Steam. That's crazy. Get the hell out of here. Can I not? Dr. Nurgle, it's been a while. Indeed it has, my friend. Yeah, there you go. You got banned, buddy. Not you, Dr. Nurgle, I promise. Anyway, I am still trying to multi-stream as well. Just trying to expand that audience a little bit. You can see a lot of what I've been watching on YouTube. It is a lot of Avatar, Game of Thrones stuff, and for those of you who don't know, Bellwright will be making a bit of an appearance for 2026 as well. Jacksepticeye, love this man. This is such a clickbaity title from what I understand. The Queen said she saw it, and it's just him promoting a game or a movie or something like that, which I think is really, really funny. But now I know I'm not gonna watch it. Thanks, Jack, you rat bastard. Return of the King campaign. Interesting. We will probably be playing more Total War as well. One of my friends, Much Confused on Twitch, he wants to do Total War Warhammer with me at one point. He's like an absolute expert on all things Total War lore and gameplay wise. And we were planning a collaboration video where it literally is a Total War veteran or a Warhammer veteran teaches a noob, and I am the noob, obviously. And we're gonna do like 3 custom battles. The first one where he just doesn't teach me anything, and just to see what I have, and he just absolutely wrecks shit. The second one where he teaches me a little bit, and then the third one where it's like, you know, knowledge versus knowledge now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% a noob anymore. But yeah, exciting stuff coming for 2026. I do have a good roster of games up here that we plan on playing. These 4 down here are kind of like my whimsical games. These are the ones that I just kind of play for myself. Assassin's Creed Valhalla was $5 for the franchise sale, so I got it. I was thinking we can do a video where it's like I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I played it as a Viking game and not as an Assassin's Creed game. And all I show you is just the cool cinematic like raiding moments, simulations, stuff like that. And none of the actual assassin plotline, because that shit is boring. Manor Lords might be coming back. I have been huge into like the settlement management type stuff. I wanted something that did have like that RTS style battling and everything, battle mechanics still. Bellwright is also that, but it's a little more rustic, it's a little more small time, and it is a lot of management. I think I'm like 10 days into a current playthrough. I didn't do anything crazy, but I have like 3 followers, and I survived like my first bandit raid like pretty easily, so that's not too bad. Jurassic World Evolution 3, I'm playing that one for myself, don't worry about that. Middle Earth Shadow of War, another stream game if we have time to stream. Again, my day job is not changed. If anything, it's gonna make time a little bit more of a pressure on me, just because we've lost a lot of managers this past year, and now the expectation falls on me to get shit done, which is quite unfortunate. Bannerlord, never be going away. Crusader Kings will never be going away. Avatar, something I'm just playing for myself. Total War for the mods. Skyrim, unfortunately, the Gate to Sovereign Guard playthrough is broken. The mod pack has 1,800 mods in it, and something in there fucked up and broke. And I can't even load it into the game anymore. So I might just have to delete it, like the whole mod pack. So I don't know if we'll be stepping back into the land of Skyrim, which is unfortunate. I really did enjoy the adventure we had started off together, but shit happens, man. And then War Tales. I actually downloaded War Tales last night. I was big into War Tales for a time, and then the updates just kept getting away from me, and I want to try and tackle it again, just with a fresh set of eyes. Maybe we'll do just one region per video. That way you can do like a supercut movie type thing, you know, the battle of this and that or whatever have you, stuff like that. But yeah, we can also browse together, I suppose. I was looking for other games that we might want to try together for our channel, if that's something you guys would be interested in. So Conan Exiles, no, I have not, but I've heard good things. Stellaris has also caught my eye, just like more of the management style stuff, very RTS strategy. From what I understand, though, there's a shit ton of DLCs that you need to be able to play Stellaris in any like meaningful fashion. Oh, but it's only $14. Oh wait, oh, the ultimate bundle is $120. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize there was so much extra DLC. I don't know if I actually need all of this. I could probably just start with base game Stellaris to get a hang of this shit and see what's what. I could even just go for the starter edition with these 3 because it's only $15. So, subscribe, expansion subscription. Oh, unlimited access to all additional content for $10 a month. I don't know about all that. I mean, I could subscribe for $10 a month, do like 1 month full of pure like playthrough, and I basically got all of this for $10 and then cancel it after that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not too worried about it. It's just something I've been playing around with, but I genuinely don't know a goddamn thing about Stellaris or how to play it. But I've heard such great things about this game, and I've just been looking into it. I love the alien aspect of everything. I think it's really cool. Some other stuff. Y'all know I'm into the big RTS grand strategy shit. Project Zomboid, maybe. I've seen a lot of fun stuff from that. Y'all don't really seem to be into story game playthroughs, so I'm not going to waste my time with any of this stuff. I really can't get into Souls games. I've tried. Trust, I've tried. Jump Space, I've seen really good shit about too. I watch cartoons a lot on YouTube. He does a ton of cool shit with some of these games. Stardew Valley. We might be... If y'all want, we could do some cozy games. Me and the Queen have been considering doing Stardew Valley, Minecraft, stuff like that together as well for the channel. She literally begs. She begs for it. The issue is me, is because I don't like change, and I get stuck in my routine sometimes. So it's hard to... She wants to play It Takes Two as well. Again, she begs. That clapping in the background is her, like, begging, pleading. She pleads. Yeah. Titan Quest 2 looks pretty cool. I've seen this around as well. But yeah, I've also been big into just those like survival craft type games. So stuff like Bellwright and Enshrouded. Love Enshrouded. I think it's really, really cool. I would love to be able to play some of these with friends though. You know what I'm saying? Starfield, also relatively cheap. I was gonna play Starfield. I have been obsessed with this show that my friend, Much Confused, actually. My buddy, he got married recently, so congrats to Much Confused for that. I think he's going through a rebranding right now. He's gonna just change his name to Confuse. Or just Fuse, actually. It's just Fuse. Fuze, I'm pretty sure. But he got me obsessed with this show called Firefly. It's for those of you who may have seen the movie Serenity, it's that same universe. It's basically a space western. It's everything that the Mandalorian wanted to be. It's a space western, but they did it right. And I wanted to get Starfield for the action sequences, obviously, but also to try and like role play as like a gunslinging cowboy kind of, and then build my ship to look like the Serenity, the Firefly class ship from the show. So I think that would be really cool. RimWorld, all right. Space Marine 2. Interesting. Love Warhammer. Always been one of my favorite lore-based games. My friend Confuse, he's been getting me into the Warhammer lore and everything like that as well. So definitely looking into that. Might do Return to Moria. Y'all know I love Lord of the Rings, so maybe. Yeah. So Stellaris is on the list then. I was looking into Avowed as well. I think it looks really cool. I liked the combat that I saw, the first person combat that I was watching. So it looked pretty interesting. Yeah, so Stellaris is on the list. What was the other one? RimWorld is on the list. Conan Exiles, there we go. Jack and Box Docs, he's excited for War Tales, so that's awesome. Chronicles, yeah, I have Chronicles wish listed as well. My wish list is actually pretty hefty. I've got 12 games in there. Blight Survival for whenever the fuck it decides to come out. Kingmakers. Both of these were like MMOs I was looking into. PAX Day seemed pretty cool. Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2 is on there. Starfield is on there. Another cozy game, Dragon cozy game I was looking at. Ark. Blade Song, I heard great things, and then Chronicles Medieval. Excuse me. But we are looking for Conan Exiles. Okay. Let's see. I might just start with the base game then. It's only $10. Let me, I want to watch this trailer, so we're going to see what happens. Hold on. Return to Moria. Nice. Can't wait for Blight, yeah. And then let me, turn the sound audio back on for you guys as well.
You found me among the ashes. Broken. I did not understand why you helped me. But now, I see. You are a leader. Where you build, people flock. And yet, I see only ruin. Vengeance calls me. I shall answer. Fate shall know my name. I am Freya, warrior of the Aesir.
Interesting.
Even the strong can be led astray. Find them. Lead us to glory.
Interesting. Alright, that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Looks interesting. It's yeah, open world sandbox. Interesting. That's pretty sick. It's almost giving like World of Warcraft vibes or Elder Scrolls Online vibes. Is it an MMO? Is it survival craft? Is that what I just saw? Oh, it sure is. You can yeah, you can, so you can build and shit in here as well. So that's pretty interesting. Interesting. Okay. Oh, the joust, dude, that looks sick as fuck. That's pretty cool. Conan Exiles, huh? Interesting. Yeah, an online multiplayer survival game, now with sorcery, set in the lands of Conan the Barbarian. Survive in a vast open world sandbox, build your home into a kingdom, and dominate your enemies in single or multiplayer. Interesting. Epic Siege Wars. In full single player co-op or persistent online multiplayer. After Conan himself saves your life by cutting you down from the corpse tree, you must learn to quickly survive. Whether scouring sandstorms, shield yourself from intense temperatures, and hunt animals for food and resources. Okay. Build a home and a kingdom. Craft tools and weapons and build anything from a small home to entire cities piece by piece using a powerful building system. Place traps, elevators, and defenses, and deck out your creations with furniture, crafting stations, and more. Interesting. Dominate the exiled lands. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we could absolutely consider the House of Torrent entering the exiled lands, the exiled bull at some point. That'd be pretty interesting. Look at that siege mechanics. That's pretty sick. Oh, look at that fucking guy. Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. I'll definitely add it to the wish list. I don't think I'm gonna purchase anything on the stream just because I don't know how much of my my payment information is gonna be shown on on the screen. So Conan Exiles, definitely putting that shit on the list. That's pretty cool. Stellaris going on the list. Stellaris looks cool as fuck. It looks like somebody's.
Greetings, Archon. How good to meet you.
Yeah, Stellaris is going on the list.
My programming insists that I advise you not to shut me down.
Then what else did we say? RimWorld? From what I understand, RimWorld also has a shit ton of DLCs that you'll need to be able to get like a full experience in. By RimWorld, name in game pack. Okay. Don't know what that means, but sure. We can definitely add it to the list. It's on my list already. Excellent. What was the other one we said? RimWorld, Stellaris, Conan Exiles. Knights 2, nice. Survival Craft, yeah. Is Survival Craft a game, or is that just what you were talking about? Survival Craft. Lab Survival Craft. No, I think Survival Craft is just like the genre style that we're looking into. That's pretty cool, though. I will say, not a lot of games coming out next year that I'm really excited for. Nothing's really, like, caught my attention for a long time. Not since the letdown of Dying Light 2, not since the letdown of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. A lot of stuff has been pretty, like, lackluster in my opinion. It all just feels rushed these days, you know? Yeah, there was some hype for Return to Moria in chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and wishlist it, and I might do like a one-shot
Misty
adventure.
Mountains, Middle Earth,
That's pretty sick.
the fourth age
Yeah,
of this world.
the Ravens of Erebor are
Concern-
returning to the mountain. I could whip out my shitty little fake Scottish accent for you guys again, because y'all love that. I know you do. It's okay. It's okay. Calm down. I know you love my shitty accents. I might suffer through a really, really long playthrough of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but I also just don't have the time for how much it actually takes to play that game. Nice. Ark Survival Ascended looks dope as shit. Okay, anime. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and then Enshrouded. Enshrouded is a ton of fun, man. It feels kind of like Bellwright, just more cartoony, more whimsical. Like these are literally people up here in like wingsuits, like flying through the air. Yeah. Like, these are wingsuits. These are people. You can see their little feet hanging out right there. There's more people down here. It's more whimsy, it feels like. It's pretty cool. But I would love to be able to play that game with with people. You know, Elder Scrolls Online I kind of gave up on. It's just never gonna change. And the gameplay style is not fun. Nice. Yeah, and then of course there's Crusader Kings 3, which will never change. Yeah, there's RimWorld. No Man's Sky. I gave it a try. Nobody really watched that video. And it just took a lot. It was a long time of playing that game. Bannerlord's never gonna change. Yeah, Bannerlords I'm kind of excited to tackle again. I might start a new settlement and then I'll do it more in the you know, big, like, long structured story tailored type stuff. So we might start a new settlement on like a river. I think a cool river settlement would be really, really cool. Y'all know I love a good mountain settlement as well, but I think a river settlement will be really badass. So looking forward to that. And I love the RTS battle structure here. Like, just look at the cinematics that you see. Like, the raiding, the massive medieval armies. I think it looks so sick. Yeah. So we House Torrent may build our own little settlement at some point. Sir Prussian, my glorious king, my monarch. Jack, stop simping for the older brother. My YouTube 2025 rewind had you as my most watched YouTuber. That's awesome. The defiant king, my eyes. First time meeting you, Sir Prussian, so greetings. A random Prussian to Umba and Jack, a longtime Orange viewer and hater. Shut the fuck up. Don't know, but he sounds fun. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, yeah. Who's this guy here? That's crazy. You're all lame, especially the guy with the glasses. He's too magnificent. Y'all are goofy as hell, bro. Alright, so that's about it that I had planned for this live stream. I just wanted to go through. Actually, I do want to go back into our video analytics. So a pretty typical tradition for our channel is that in our year in review, we will go back and check on our more popular videos. Let's say by views greater than or equal to, we'll say 10,000 views, and then apply. So the Dragonborn Rising video actually has me kind of nervous, only because it says it got 36,000 views, but when you go into the analytics, the actual watch time hours are so low, and the audience retention is horrendous. So if 100% of people that click on this video, less than a minute in, it drops all the way down to 11% viewership. And then the amount of people that actually watch the video all the way through is 0%. So what I'm thinking is it's a lot of bot views. I don't know how that happened. YouTube advertising. I don't know what that means. Yeah, YouTube recommendations only 2.6. Yeah, so these are pretty bad numbers. I also think that's where a lot of these subscribers came from, is from advertisers. So something tells me that they're all bot views, which makes me really nervous, because that shit can really hurt our channel as well, as far as the algorithm is concerned. Anyway, so I might just get rid of this video altogether so it doesn't hurt our channel. The Men of Valor has been doing really well. We just surpassed 10,000 views on that one, so not bad. The Roar of Freedom was a ton of fun, but then the updates to everything just again broke the save file, which is quite unfortunate. The White Trident, same deal, broken mods. But this one was really fun to play as well for a time. I love White Harbor. I think it's one of my favorite settlements in the north. Especially just because y'all know our knightly aesthetic, and ever since the legacy of the Bastard Wolf, yeah, where we made White Harbor our new capital, I thought that was so cool. I love subverting expectations. You know, if we're playing in the north, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna take Winterfell as your capital, right?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, I'm not." Everybody already knows Winterfell. Everybody loves Winterfell, but I want to excise myself from the identity of the Starks and form my own identity. My kingdom will not be synonymous with that of the Starks. My kingdom is synonymous with myself and my identity. Again, that whole concept of identity is something I play around with a lot in our channel series. Which is why I'm so adamant about doing things a certain way. I was not interested in conquering all of Dorne in our Dark Knight series. I just wanted to carve out my kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Because my identity and my needs were more important than what everybody else expected us to do as far as conquering Dorne and taking Sunspear as our capital. I was like, fuck that. I don't want Sunspear. I don't want the water gardens. Like, I don't give a rat's ass about that place. The Conqueror's Covenant, again, ton of fun, man. Huge fun, huge potential. And then the gunpowder mod broke. Fucking horrendous. The Knights of Destiny, that one was a ton of fun as well. We have, to this day, never completed a full Northern playthrough. Or no, that's a lie. A full Vale playthrough of Crusader Kings or Realm of Thrones. And I'm really sad about it. Wrath and Ruin, House Vortiger playthrough. Tons of fun, man. 67,000 views on episode 1. That's absolutely insane. I love it. Yeah, 67.6, 80 in the last 48 hours. We made $421 off this video. That's not bad. That is not bad. But of course, that's over time. So if the video came out March 16th, I would have gotten paid the month after for this video. Or I only would have gotten paid for how much revenue it got in March. So March 31st, I got paid out $124 for this video in April, by the end of April. So that's pretty cool. Audience retention was pretty good for this one, all things considered. If 100% of people that clicked on this video stayed on this video, by 30%, by 30 seconds, it dropped to 40. Yeah, down to 30. The audience retention really falls off for a lot of these playthrough styles. So that's why I'm always adjusting, always trying to experiment with new content styles. That's also why I keep asking you guys for your input, because I don't want to make these changes and then you guys just stop watching altogether. Which I know isn't going to be the case. At least I would hope. But I think that communication is absolutely key. Anyway. Did he just say... Somebody put him in timeout. Moderators, put Mr. G in timeout for that. There will be no 6-7 slander in my chat. Thank you very much. I'm just kidding. Do not put him in timeout. It's okay. It was a joke. I'm a benevolent Lord Commander, I suppose. Only for today, though. Anywho, continuing down the line, the Bastard Bull, the original Bull Knight series, 23,000 views. Definitely not bad. I love to go through and read some of these comments as well, because you guys have some really, really cool stuff. Get my community's take on a topic. Never mind. Yeah. I think the AI summary is pretty cool. What topics are my viewers into? Sorry, now I'm just experimenting. We'll see what happens. Let's see what the YouTube AI has to say for itself. All right, let's see. That's a fantastic question. By looking at what your viewers are watching on other channels, we can get a clear picture of the topics and content styles that capture their attention. My analysis of other videos and channels your community is engaging with shows a strong, clear focus on grand strategy gaming, deep fantasy, and historical lore, and the modding community. Here's a breakdown of your audience's top interests and some ideas for your next videos. Strategy and sandbox RPGs, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. This is a primary interest. Several channels your viewers watch are dedicated to Bannerlord, including content directly from the game's developer. They are particularly interested in patch updates and the modding scene of the game, like the Realm of Thrones mod. Fantasy lore and what-if scenarios, Game of Thrones, a Soyoff. Your viewers are heavily engaged with deep dives into fantasy lore, and especially the Song of Ice and Fire, blah, blah, blah. Total War and Tactics. Yeah, like Simpsy, Total War, and Tactical Enlightenment. I also watch both of those guys, so that's really cool. Yeah, What If Deep Dive. Tactical Deep Dive from one game to another. Yeah. So, I kind of figured. that was the case. I just wanted to see what the AI would say. Sir Nacio Muskets in Westeros. I love that. And he comes in and just inexplicably speaks only in Spanish. And all the like Valyrians and the Andals and the Northmen, they're like, what the fuck did he say? And he said, Bienvenidos a mi mosqueta, and just starts blasting away at him. I think that would be pretty badass. That intro story and character Scar giving big reversed Zuko vibes. That's funny. Yeah. The Bold Knight of Bastards. Everybody always asks me about what mods I use. Yeah. The Balkan Knight and have his coat of arms being a powder keg. That's funny. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I love going back and reading the comments, but this is the original Bull Knight series that we started, and then again, the mods broke. So that's why I did the whole alternate history kind of thing with the most recent movie. The idea with that is so I had to start a brand new save file. So obviously everything we had done previously in this playthrough just doesn't exist anymore. So I kind of recreated it. I played a little bit as this original character as Sir Dane Torrance, just to build a little bit of that history, and then the great like eradication of House Torrent at the hands of the Grandisons just became that big roleplay moment, that pivotal moment for the character arc. And that's how we have Sir Andar and his journey that we just witnessed in the movie. So that's kind of what my head was going towards. The Men of the Marsh was also a ton of fun, but then again, the mod updated. Realm of Thrones itself updated, and it just broke the save file. Man, there's something about playing as like the spear infantry, which is just a ton of fun. Like spear and bow infantry, basically, is a ton of fun. The Men of the Marsh was definitely a really, really cool one. One of our shorter videos, 27.5 minutes. Nothing too crazy, but it got 33,000 views. Of course, being a shorter video than what we usually put out, it's the watch time hours is a little less. But the view retention is also horrendous. 16 seconds in, drops from 100 to 39% viewer retention. Only 3% of people who watched the video watched it all the way through. 3% of 33,000 though is still, what is that? 10,000, 1,000? My math is bad, so ignore me. But still, you know, not terrible, just not as great as we would have wanted. And then of course the infamous Bastard Wolf. Yeah, 80k. Nothing too crazy. 209 subscribers. 80k is actually, or 80k is actually kind of insane. But again, the view retention isn't all that great. 5% all the way up to the end is not bad. Let's see what else. The Black Rose was a fun one. This one was really, really cool to play. Damn near 400 new subscribers from this one video. 55k. 10.8 thousand hours watched. That's insane. The view retention looks really, really good here. Most people watched it for a good portion of it. It only dropped to 30% around the 8-minute mark compared to the 30-second mark. Which tells me that something here worked out the way that the other ones didn't. And I think it's the intro. So what I notice is that a lot of this really cool cinematic scripted intros that I do don't perform all that well. It actually turns a lot of people off from the video. Which I find to be interesting, because in my head, I'm thinking if I put in more effort and I make it look super cool and cinematic, I'm giving them a taste of what's gonna come in the video, and they're probably more likely to be hooked that way. And that's not always the case, because this intro is very just cut and dry. It just opens up to the portrait of the character, me explaining the build,
adventure right here in Crusader Kings
and then
3,
it drops to about 30%.
Now this campaign will act as both show your support by liking this here video, and if you are new, then subscribe and fly the banner of your lord. The reach,
where I guess it took a long time to explain the build
falls under our banner,
which makes a lot of sense.
The warrior queen,
and then of
Amiria's
course
fated
we did a
voyage
lot
from Royn
of
to Dawn.
landless adventurer shit.
Its embers
here,
now
which
merely glowing.
I guess people don't really like. They don't really like landless adventurer stuff. So might have to adjust a little bit. And then of course, the Aurorian Knight series. This one will always have a special place in my heart. 62,000 views. 10.3k in watch time hours. We got 48 views in the past 48 hours, which is pretty cool. 752 subscribers from this one video. That's pretty insane. Made $328 lifetime wide. The intro here was also really cool. For the most part, people kind of fell off. Yeah, 50% of viewers fell off in the first 30 seconds of the video. That's awful. And only about 8% made it all the way to the end. That's not bad though. 8% of 62k. That's a lot of fucking people watching this movie or these videos, man. So, as much as I bitch and complain that, oh, you know, a lot of people didn't watch my videos and the analytics aren't what I want for it. I don't know. It's not always that bad. Not every video is going to be like genre breaking and, you know, be the next like 700 new subs off of one video type thing. So I'm still trying to get out of that mindset. I didn't realize how many fucking videos I had that surpassed 10k views. So that's pretty impressive, I think. The Amberwood was a fun one as well. I spent a lot of time on that sigil. This was going to be the original identity that I wanted for our channel, was to be House Amber of the North. Y'all know I love the color orange. It's my favorite color, and the like almost like medieval or like ancient equivalent of what an orange hue would be is either copper, not so much bronze, but I would definitely say copper, and then amber being those colors. So I thought amber was a really cool identity to try and take on, but it felt disingenuous because I never got to finish it and I didn't really feel interested in going back. And I was like, if I felt that much disconnect from that identity, then clearly it's not the identity that I want for my personal self, I suppose. So, the Aurorian Knights was the best. I agree. That one was a ton of fun, man. But yeah, House Amber was really cool. Some more Blood and Smoke. That one was pretty cool. The Rise of the Storm Dragon got a shit ton of views. Mostly just because it was the early access video drop of the Dragon update. This is how I knew I was finally on the up and up and really starting to make it as a content creator, is because I got reached out to by, I think it was Uber, actually. Uber, who's one of the developers of the AGOT mod, who invited me to a Discord and was like, hey, we want to give content creators early access to the Dragon update, and we wanted you to join. And I lost my mind. Like, I had screenshots. I sent it to the Queen. I sent it to my mom. I sent it all over the place. And I even vouched for Grayzo to get in. I said, hey, Grayzo may not have a ton of subscribers now, but I think his content style is exactly what you want for this early access thing. And they added Grayzo into it as well. So man, I got to meet up with, like, or not meet up, but I was put in a Discord with like JBD Gaming, Soul Tomato, Soul Games, Inc. for a time, Stray Creator, or Stray King, and then Lionheart 10X was there, and who's the other one? So Lionheart, and then who's the other guy? I'm slipping on the name. It's gonna kill me now. ThreadX was also there. Dude, fucking blew my mind. Jackie Fish was there. Oh, I lost it. I was so excited, dude. It was amazing. And I got to chat up with some of these people for a time, and then some of us even like stuck together for a long time. JBD and Stray King and Soul Tomato, Grayzo, and myself, we all formed like this what do we call it, the Crusader crew. I know y'all have probably seen us do a couple of collaborations, mostly in live streams, but it's been a long time since our last one. And then of course me and Grayzo did a couple more together in our time as well. So that was really one of the big turning points for our channel, and I'm really grateful for that. The House White Drake too, also short-lived unfortunately because the mods broke. This one was really cool, being a Northman loyal to Rhaegar Targaryen. That was pretty cool. That was a fun one. And then the Silverwing Order. This one y'all really seem to enjoy. Y'all love like a good knightly chivalrous character. You know, we could play as a bad guy all the livelong day, but y'all really love playing as like the, you know, the lawful good character, like truly like embodies empathy type shit. Y'all really love that, and I love that you guys love that, because that's what I want to portray a little bit more in the future of our channel. And damn, like when I'm calling myself out here, man, like with the identity crisis, like you see it a lot in the content, man. Like I originally named Jon Snow Jon West Stark, and he went through his own personal identity crisis, and I wanted to have something that was so starkly different compared to what you see in the show that I struggled so much with like how to make it feel real and impactful. And then we named him West Stark, and then in the following episode his son comes to him and he's like, why the West? We don't live in the West anymore. We are the Red Wolf of House Red Stark. Call us the Red Starks. And so he changes his name again. And that's just more of me bleeding into the characters, my own personal identity crisis. That's fucking insane, man. It's crazy. It's great to see it all like thrown out in front of you. The Order of the Seven Sons, God, we only got one video for this one before the mods broke, but this one was so fucking cool. I love the concept for like a solid Crusader build in Westeros. I thought that was really, really cool. Yeah, not bad. And then our Kingdom of the Apes playthrough as well. I did this one on my own, a little bit solo. But this was inspired by the last great collaboration between Grayzo and myself. We did our Kingdom of the Apes and Elder Kings. That one was fun. And then of course, we can't forget the OGs. The original Bastard Legacy Challenge was the Bastard Dragon. And then the most successful one was the Bastard Lion playthrough. I will never, ever, ever forget House Embermane. Yeah, and then of course, the original Night Order series. This is the one that blew us up basically overnight. Yeah, 788 subs, 5,000 watch time hours, 65,000 views, but only 76 bucks. That was like the early days of our YouTube channel, man. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Anyway, sorry. Reminiscing. That's crazy. Whew. I literally don't know any of these people. That's funny. Sorry. Yeah, the Bastard Lion was really, really cool. And then I even went and put onto Reddit whoops, my after action report. Yeah, I'm all over the CK3 AGOT scene in Reddit. They hate to see me coming, guys. Yeah, look at that. We got somebody made us fan art of our Jon Snow video. Only the strong. God, I forgot how fucking sick that was. God damn it. And I remember how much he wanted to defy the Starks in that playthrough. He was very much like, yeah, when the white wind blows and the snows start to fall, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. And he goes, no, uncle, because he knows now that Ned Stark's not his dad. He's like, only the strong survive. And dude, I forgot who made this, but man, they absolutely cooked. Yeah, he absolutely cooked with this. God, it was my favorite. This is my favorite thing ever in the world to look at. Super sick. Anyway, more Reddit. I'm trying to find... Oh yeah, my fourth wing craze. I forgot that also happened. There we go. Yeah, so my after action report, Legacy of the Bastard Lion, YouTube. A detailed after action report of my Lannister reign Bastard Dynasty, House Embermane, a YouTube series I started in late April. I apologize in advance for the strenuous detail. This was requested by my members of my YouTube community. So from gold and red, a bastard lion with a coat of embers begins the greatest dynasty ever known. Yeah, it's strenuous fucking details, man. Yeah, Lord Silas Hill, service, loyalty, and pride. That's awesome. Yeah, died at age 79 after ruling for 57 years. Well known for his sharp intellect, and the illustrious Lord Silas was an avaricious administrative architect. Fought in 12 wars, 4 offensive, 8 defensive, thus the legacy of the bastard line begins. ... My flair for dramatics is unfounded. Unbeatable. Yeah, followed by Lord Tytos, known to be an exceptional strategist. The distinguished Lord Tytos was known to spend his days drilling his men and examining fields, fought in 2 offensive wars, ruled for only 4 years, the shortest reign in the entire legacy. Yeah, Lord Victor One-Eye, dude, my favorite. He was my absolute favorite character in the entire dynasty. Fuck, dude, what an absolute legend this guy was. Yeah, born to Lord Tytos and Lady Manisa, Victor Embermain was given his name by his grandfather. Became Lord of Casimir in 310 AC after his mother was murdered. Yeah, lost his eye in the Battle of Faircastle. Yeah, replaced his missing eye with a fiery orange spessarite gem. Yeah. Arranged a matrilineal marriage between his daughter Melaine and the son and heir of the Westerlands, Pillman Lannister. That got people upset. They were not happy with that. I was just throwing out matrilineal marriages left and right. They're like, that's so unrealistic. They would never do that. And I'm like, don't tell it to me. Tell it to Pillman Lannister, because he's the one who fucking accepted it, all right? You're getting mad at me for exploiting the game the way the game wants to be exploited. So shut up. Declared war for the Gold Road in 325 AC, winning the war in just 2 years thanks to the aid of his Baratheon and Staunton allies. Spelled allies wrong. I love that for myself. Granted the lands of Old Sarsfield to his friend and nephew Colin Roxton. Yeah, Lord Tybolt began a house feud between the Embermains and the Doggets, becoming Lord Victor's rival. Yeah, declared war for the High Lordship of Denslane, calling his Baratheon, Staunton, and Kingswood allies. Yeah, stepped back from leading the war to host a grand wedding between his son and heir Derek and the Lady Janala Lannister. Yeah, with the surrender of Denslane, Starfield North and Starfield South have finally been united into the greater Starfield area. Yeah, in 335 AC, Victor Embermain became known as Lord Victor One-Eye. Dude, that's fucking sick. Yeah, the heir of the Westerlands was secured with the birth of Maelaine's firstborn son, Martin Embermain. Sadly, Martin's birth was fraught with complications that threatened his health, and so Victor secured another line to the throne of the Westerlands with the marriage of Doreen Embermain and the second Lannister son, Reginald. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, in 344 AC, Melaine Embermain died giving birth to the dwarf of Casterly Rock, Derek Embermain, who would later become the first Embermain Lord Paramount and Warden of the West. That's awesome. In 349 AC, another expedition into Old Valyria set off, bringing back a Valyrian steel blade renamed Heedroar and a deadly sickness known as the Reaper's Will. ... The plague was successfully fought off, but not before claiming the lives of Doreen and Martin Embermain, leaving Derek the Dwarf as the sole heir to the Westerlands. Victor One-Eye died of old age in 354 AC, well known for his grandiose balls. And I know that's motherfucking right. Ruled for 36 years, racking up well over 5,000 gold, fought in 9 wars, and founded a hybrid culture of Starfielders. Dude, I love a good after-action report. Like, I can't get over it. I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm, like, sweating right now. I'm so excited. Give me one moment. Oh. Sorry about that. Whew. Yeah, I was getting way too excited. I forgot how much I absolutely love this playthrough, and I want to make more of these. I think these after action reports are so cool. I wrote all this out myself in Procreate. I cut out the portraits, the little sigil in the background. I also created. So I put a lot of effort into all of these. But man, I absolutely love how it turned out. It is really, really detailed for no fucking reason. But it's like reading the legacy of the Bastard Lion in a book, you know, after the fact. And I just absolutely love it. And Heedroar was such a sick ass name for a blade there. I think that was really, really cool. Yeah, Lord Derek the Longsword. This one makes me really sad. Forced into an arranged marriage with the Lady Janala Lannister, confided in his father, Victor One-Eye, about his secret attraction to men, but honors his father's plans and is betrothed nonetheless. Despite his personal attractions, he honors his lady wife, and together they lead a long, love-filled life with many children born between them, a true testament of his inner strength. Now listen to this. Lord Derek Longsword died of heart failure in 374 AC at the age of 56. Reigning for 19 years, Lord Derek fought in 8 wars. Cursed with a disturbed mind, his people knew him as a raving lunatic, and a sigh of relief passed over the realm upon his death. And honestly, I hated that ending for him. I hated that for him, considering what he went through and how much personal strength it took to do what he did. I don't know, man. Like, that fucking sucks. That sucks that that's how people remember him. But I remember him differently. In the midst of several civil wars in the Westerlands, Lord Derek was called to be the regent when the current Lord Paramount drank himself to death, leaving Derek's 12-year-old nephew, Derek the Dwarf Embermain, as Lord Paramount. Damn. Yeah, Derek's reign as regent was called to an end, but Lord Paramount Derek the Dwarf suffered from cancer and still needed as much close aid as he could receive. I remember that. I remember Derek the Dwarf just struggling all throughout his reign over the Westerlands with cancer. That was so tough. Yeah. Executed the duties of his office loyally for many years. That's crazy. Lord Derek was called to become the regent once again after Lord Paramount Derek succumbed to his cancer, leaving behind his 2-year-old daughter, Damia Embermain, as his sole surviving heir. That's tough, man. Yeah. Yeah, gained the nickname Lord Derek Longsword after defeating a young rival knight, Sir Awful Doggett. That's crazy. Almost like the tale of Edward Black, Prince of Wales. You brought snacks? Good, because I'm starving. I'm gonna finish this live stream pretty soon so I could go and eat, because I'm dying of starvation right now. But man, Lord Alfred Strongarm. This guy was also a badass. Yeah. Much of Alfred's youth was not recorded due to Victor and Derek's constant campaigning for power. Began squiring under his grandfather, Lord Victor One-Eye, but was eventually knighted by his own father, his father, Lord Derek Longsword, in 358 AC. Yeah, Arden Embermain. I remember that guy. Knighted his younger brother, Sir Selman Embermain, and granted lordship of Oxcross to his cousin, Sir Lorimer Embermain. Nice. Started a family feud with House Staunton after one of their members murdered Alfred's aunt. Yeah, granted lordship of Fair Isle back to House Farman in good faith, later securing a marriage alliance through the betrothal of Alfred's half-sister and Horace Farman. Nice. Yeah, Alfred's brother, Sir Selman, sired a son named Franklin Embermain, who later weds the future Queen of House Stark, making him King Consort of the North. This is when we really started to spread the bloodlines out, and we ended up... I'll wait until the end, because the ending is really, really cool, for those of you who haven't seen the playthrough all the way through. Lord Alfred discovers distant members of the Embermain dynasty holding titles in the Stormlands, the Reach, and in Dorne, which later will spread. Yeah, in 382 AC began another round of construction in the realm, further boosting the economy. The Embermain's monthly income had surpassed 30 gold. Gained the nickname Strong Arm after brawling with a rival, proving himself ready at all times to throw hands. Became close friends with King Maegor II Targaryen and mourned him after his death, swearing fealty to his son and heir, King Aerys II Darkflame. Yeah. Betrothed his son Caspar to the Princess Rhaella Targaryen. Yeah. Was called to war in 383 AC when House Staunton rose up in rebellion against Laena Embermain of Rook's Rest. Defended the Iron Throne against a rebellion led by House Gargalen, raising 13,000 men in defense of King's Landing to fend off the rebellious lords of the Crownlands. Gained another Valyrian steel sword named the Emberclaw. an heirloom to be wielded by the heir of House Embermain, while the ruler wields Heedroar. Banished and disinherited his daughter Alyssa Embermain for refusing to marry. Nice. Yeah, broke down the gates of Red Bramble after being turned away during a tax tour. The rival knight Othel Doggett conspired to murder Lord Alfred, but instead was met with the Lord's strong arm. Lord Alfred Strongarm died of a broken heart in 402 AC at the age of 67. Ruling for 29 years, Alfred passes on his titles to his son in the midst of a Westerlander claimant war on the Isle of Harlaw. Dreaded by foes, exalted among men, Alfred Strongarm longed for the sweet embrace of death and of his beloved Alyssa Baratheon. ... That's sad. I haven't read this thing in years. Jesus, I'm forgetting how everything happens. Oh, Lord Arden the Red Lion. So this guy was a bit of a drunkard. Yeah. Much of Arden's youth was spent chasing dreams of becoming a Kingsguard, was betrothed to Lady Paramount Damia of the Westerlands by Lord Derek Longsword. Dutiful captain, formidable fighter, and a flexible leader. Yeah. Lord Consort of the Westerlands when his marriage to last Paramount Damia, supposed to be Lady, I'm pretty sure, Lady Paramount Damia, was finalized. Defended the Westerlands during the Gargalian Uprising. After having 5 daughters, Lord Arden's son and heir Tyland Embermain was born. Sometime during his reign, Lord Arden fell into his cups, becoming a drunkard. Sad. So sad. The Red Lion receives word that Franklin Embermain of the North has sired a son named Daemon Embermain. Shortly after Arden's second son is born, Alfred II defeated the Farwinds, Greyjoys, and Good Brothers. After setting the Isles ablaze with 30,000 Embermain soldiers, thus adding the Isle of Harlaw to the Westerlands. Joined the Targaryen Loyalists in the Blackfire Rebellion of 406 AC and was granted the position of Master of Laws for the duration of the war. The stresses of ruling as regent led Lord Arden into a drinking binge, fearing himself unworthy of the title and its responsibilities. Lord Arden the Red Lion drank himself to death in 407 AC at the age of 54. Ruling for a measly 5 years, he reaped the benefits of his forefathers and gave nothing in return. The Westerlands and Starfield are better off without him. Damn. That's tough. That's pretty tough. Jesus. This reminds me of how the book Fire and Blood is written when it comes to the Targaryens. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to channel into this for a bit. So for this character, Lord Paramount Tyland, this was one of my favorite characters in the entire playthrough, other than Lord Victor One-Eye. But this is also, during his lifetime, is when an update to the mod happened, and it fucked with all of the DNA. Like, all the character DNA changed. He looked so horrendously ugly. I remember being so mad at how he looks here compared to how he looked after the update, and the DNA got fucked with so bad. And you can kind of see it. Oh, well, I guess you can't kind of see it, actually. So we'll continue on in just a second. Lord Paramount Tyland the Worthy. Born to be heir to the Westerlands, Tyland Embermain held the weight of 6 generations of Ember Lions on his shoulders. A master of many skills, Tyland was admired and beloved by his subjects before he even ascended the throne. The young Tyland inherited the High Lordship of Starfield in 407 at the age of 15. Later that same year, he inherited the Lord Paramountcy of the Westerlands, the throne of Casterly Rock and Lannisport after the death of his mother, Damia the Shy. Tyland continued his knight training under his uncle Sir Casper, still retained the High Lordship of Casimir, Denslane, Hornvale, Starfield, Stirling, and the Gold Road for some time, renamed his paramountcy from the Westerlands to the Pridelands. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, he granted Hornvale back to the Braxes, Denslane back to the Lydens, the Gold Road to House Goldmere, and Starfield to his younger brother, Alfred II. Yeah. Lord Tyland came of age alone in this world, remarking on himself as his mother and father departed this life before seeing the boy turned man. Tyland was knighted in 408 AC at the age of 16, being named a dutiful captain and a formidable fighter with 37 prowess at age 16. Shortly after, minor lords of the Pridelands arrived in droves to bend the knee and swear fealty to Lord Paramount Tyland. Was named Master of Coin. Haywood began training as a Kingsguard, led a full force into the county of Mockery when Ironborn longships began raiding the coast. The Ironborn were forced back into the sea and their leader executed by Tyland's own hand. Yeah. In 409 AC, Tyland became known across the realm as the Worthy. Yeah, hosted his own grand wedding to the Princess Guile Targaryen in 410 AC. The two immediately became soulmates and had 9 children together. Sent several dynasty members to squire under Knights of King Aerys's Kingsguard. Began the long-lasting tradition of naming female dynasty members traditional Targaryen names and male dynasty members traditional Prydland names, with the exception of his son and heir, Maegor. Won the Grand Melee and dueling contests in the Grand Tournaments of Casterly Rock. Secured an alliance with the North after Daemon Embermain inherited the paramountcy from his mother. Legitimized 2 bastard daughters of distant relatives. Defended Queen Viella Targaryen against the Tyrell Disillusion War, taking a swift victory by besieging Highgarden with 30,000 troops. Despite being a beloved ruler, Tyland felt as though he failed to uphold his mother's legacy. Lord Tyland's reign was fraught with disease, the worst of which claimed the lives of 4 of his children and all 3 of his sons. Without a male heir, Tyland adopted a bastard orphan who was hiding within the castle, naming Robin Embermain the heir to the Prydlands. Tyland the Worthy died in 461 AC at the age of 69, in a wildfire accident. Ruling for 13 years, Tyland infiltrated many major houses with the blood of the Bastard Lion. And on to the last ruler, Lord Paramount Robin the Bastard Lion. A Prydlander orphan who was brought to the court and presented to Lord Paramount Tyland the Worthy at the age of 4. Immediately taken in and adopted by the Lord Paramount, Tyland made swift moves to the crown in hopes of having the bastard legitimized, to which Queen Viella Targaryen made no opposition. Robin was welcomed into the family by his new sisters, countless cousins, and untold numbers of aunts and uncles. While he was educated in the same rigorous manner as all noble Embermain children, Robin was still afforded opportunity to play and learn and be a child. Immediately after the death of Tyland, the Lords of the Realm came to the throne of Casterly Rock and bent the knee to the Bastard Lion. To prove his worth, his allies spelt wrong again, Robin summoned the forces of the Prydlands to defend the Riverlands from usurpers. After the ascension of his nephew, King Sandor Embermain, Lord Robin was appointed as Hand of the King. In 463 AC, Lord Robin secured an alliance with the North by marrying the Lady Alyssa Embermain, daughter of Lord Paramount Joran Embermain. Robin's firstborn and current heir, Daemia Embermain, secures the Embermain bloodline. Embermains in the north, in the rivers, in the west, and on the Iron Throne itself, from Lord Silas Hill of Sarsfield to Lord Paramount Robin of the Prydlands, the legacy of the Bastard Lion shall live on. ... That was pretty cool. I forgot that I did all that. Yeah, slowly draining into a sad, but now it's going into good. Yeah, from unworthy to worthy to good to drunkard to strong to meek. It's all having a pattern. Absolutely it is. Whew, that was pretty cool. I forgot how cool that was, honestly. Sorry I read all that shit to you guys. I just loved it so much. That was a ton of fun. And I would love to do more stuff like that as well. I think it was a really cool experience to write an after action report. Basically for all that. But yeah, I think that's it for this live stream. That's all I wanted to do for you guys was just look at our past year in review and talk about what the new year will have in store for us. I don't know if I'm gonna post any more videos between now and the new year. We'll see what happens. I do have a lot of content planning and recording to do. So I may just take this, this time, we have like a week left, to just bulk record a ton of shit and then get it cut and edited and uploaded as quickly as I can. I don't know what our upload schedule is gonna look like in the next year. I'm hoping we can keep a pretty steady pace, honestly, but again, my day job is pretty demanding, so we'll definitely have to see what happens. But I do believe that is it for now, lads. It's been a ton of fun. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to use code TLC Night for 10% off DUBBY.gg for all your energy drink needs. Trust me, with your energy needs. But yeah, I believe that is it, my friends. I do appreciate you guys coming. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have given our channel. 31,000 knights have rallied under our banner, and January 1st, 2026, the logo will change. Expect the logo to change. But for now, I will be ending 2025 with the OG Lord Commander logo. God, I'm so excited. I'm so grateful for you guys. Love every single one of y'all. Thank you for coming. And as always, always remember, honor and service, glory and sacrifice, and storm the field, my knights of House Torrent. And until next time, goodbye, my friends.